Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna be doing a little productive room cleaning makeover thing, which I've already done like half of it, but I still got things to go, and plus I don't always film, I don't film the entire process because there's just so much to edit. But we're gonna start this video off with reading some of David and Goliath. I have to do this for school, and I already read section 4. I gotta read section 5 and 6, so we're just gonna read like some of section 5 because section 5 is really long. So yeah, we're gonna read like a few pages before we get started. Inverted U curves have 3 parts, and each part follows a different logic. There's the left side, where doing more or having more makes things better. There's the flat middle, where doing more doesn't make much of a difference. And there's the right side, where doing more or having more makes things worse. If you think about the class size puzzle this way, then what seems baffling starts to make a little more sense. The number of students in a class is like the amount of money a parent has. It all depends on where you are on the curve. Israel, for example, has historically had quite large elementary school classes. The country's educational system uses the Maimonides rule, named after the 12th century rabbi who decreed that classes should not exceed 40 children. That means elementary school classes can have 10 have as many as 38 or 39 students. It says often. That's why I was like, what? Often have as many as 38 or 39 students. Where there are 40 students in a grade, though the same school could suddenly have 2 classes of 20. If you do a Hawkeye style analysis and compare the academic performance of one of those big classes with the class of 20, the small class will do better. That shouldn't be surprising. 36 or 37 students is a lot for any teacher to handle. Israel is on the left side of the inverted U curve. Now think back to Connecticut. In the schools Oxby looked at, most of the variation was between class sizes in the mid to low 20s and those in the high teens. When Hawkby says that her study found nothing, what she means is that she could find no real benefit to making classes smaller in that medium range. Somewhere between Israel and Connecticut, in other words, the effects of class size move along the curve to the flat middle, where adding resources to the classroom stops translating into a better experience for children. Why? Hello? Okay. Goodbye. Shay! Sorry, y'all ears. Come here! Mom told me to tell you to go outside. No, they need you.
No, okay.
Go. Why isn't there much of a difference between a class of 25 students and a class of 18 students? There's no question that the latter is easier for the teacher. Fewer papers to grade, fewer children to know and follow, but a smaller classroom translates to do a better outcome only if teachers change their teaching style when given a lower workload. And what the evidence suggests is that in this mid-range, teachers don't necessarily do that. They just work less. This is only human nature. Imagine that you are a doctor and you suddenly learn that you'll see 20 patients on a Friday afternoon instead of 25. While getting paid the same, would you respond by spending more time with each patient, or would you simply leave at 6:30 instead of 7:30 and have dinner with your kids? Now for the crucial question, can a class be too small the same way a parent can make too much money? I polled a large number of teachers in the United States and Canada and asked them that question, and teacher after teacher agreed that it can. Here's a typical response. My perfect number is 18. That's enough bodies in the room that no one person needs to feel vulnerable, but everyone can feel important. 18 divides handily into groups of 2 or 3 or 6, all varying degrees of intimacy in and of themselves. With 18 students, I can always get to each one of them when I need to. 24 is my second favorite number. The extra 6 bodies make it even more likely that there will be a descendant among them, a rebel or two to challenge the status quo. But the trade-off with 24 is what it verges on having the energetic mass of an audience instead of a team. And 6 more of them to hit 30 bodies, and we've weakened the energetic connection so far that even the most charismatic of teachers can't maintain the magic all the time. And what about the other direction? Drop down 6 from the perfect 18 bodies and we have the Last Supper. And that's the problem. 12 is small enough to fit around the holiday dinner table. Too intimate for many high schoolers to protect their anatomy on the days they need to, and too easily dominated by the bombast or bully, either of whom could be the teacher herself. By the time we shrink to 6 bodies, there is no place to hide at all, and not enough diversity in thought and experience to add the richness that can come from numbers. The small class is, in other words, potentially as difficult for a teacher to manage as the very large class. In one case, the problem is the number of potential interactions to manage. In the other case, it is the intensity of the potential interactions. As another teacher memorably put it, when a class gets too small, the students start acting like siblings in the backseat of a car. There is simply no way for the cantankerous kids to get away from one another. Here's another comment from a high school teacher. He had recently had a class of 32 and hated it. When I face a class that large, the first thought that I have is, damn it, every time I click something to mark. I'm going to spend hours of time here at the school when I could be with my own kids. But he didn't want to teach a class of fewer than 20 either. The life source of any class is discussion, and that tends to need a certain critical mass to get going. I teach classes right now with students who simply don't discuss anything, and it is brutal at times. If the numbers get too low, discussion suffers. That seems counterintuitive because I would think that the quiet kids who would hesitate to speak in a class of 32 would do so more readily in a class of 16. But that hasn't really been my experience. The quiet ones tend to be quiet regardless, and if the class is too small among the speakers, you don't have you don't have enough breadth of opinion perhaps to get things really going. There is also something hard to pin down about energy level. A very small group tends to lack the sort of energy that comes from the friction between people. And a really, really small class, beware. Okay. I had a class of 9 students in grade 12 academic French. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? It was a nightmare. You can't get any kind of conversation or discussion going in the target language. It's difficult to play games to reinforce vocabulary, grammar skills, etc. The momentum just isn't there. The economist Jesse Liven has done some fascinating work along these same lines, looking at Dutch school children. He counted how many peers children had in their class, that is, students at a similar level of academic ability, and found that the number of peers had a surprising correlation with the academic performance, particularly for struggling students. In other words, if you are a student, particularly a poor student, what you need is to have people around you asking the same questions, wrestling with the same issues and worrying about the same things as you are, so that you feel a little less isolated and a little more normal. This is the problem with really small classes. Levin argues when there are too few students in a room, the chances that children are surrounded by a critical mass of other people like them start to get really low. Taken too far, Levin says, class size reduction steals away the peers that struggling students learn from. Can you see why Teresa DeBrito was so worried about Chepang Valley? She is the principal of a middle school teaching children at precisely the age when they begin to make the difficult transition to adolescence. They are awkward and self-conscious and anxious about seeming too smart. Getting them to engage to move beyond simple questions and answer sessions with their teacher, she said, can be like pulling teeth. She wanted lots of interesting and diverse voices in her classrooms, and the kind of excitement that comes from a critical mass of students grappling with the same problem. How do you do that in a half-empty room? The more students you have, she continued, the more variety you can have in those discussions. If it's too small with kids this age, it's like they have a muzzle on. She didn't say it, but you could imagine her thinking that if someone went and built a massive subdivision at the gently rolling meadow next to the school, she wouldn't be that unhappy. I started in Murdering as a middle school math teacher, DeBrito went on. Meriden is a middle and lower income city in another part of the state. My largest class was 29 kids. She talked about how hard that was, how much work it took to follow and know and respond to that many students. You've got to be able to have eyes in the back of your head. You've got to be able to hear what's happening when you're working with a particular group. You have to really be on top of your game when you have that many kids in the classroom, so that over there in a corner, they're not just talking about something that has nothing to do with what they're supposed to be working on. But then she made a confession. She liked teaching that class. It was one of the best years of her career. The great struggle for someone teaching math to 12 and 13-year-olds is to make it seem exciting, and 29 kids was excited. 29 kids was exciting. There were so many more peers to interact with, she said. They weren't always relating with just this one group. There was more opportunity to vary your experiences. And that's the real issue. What can be done to enrich, and engage the child so they aren't just being passive? Does she want 29 children in every classroom at Chepang? Of course not. DeBrito knew that she was a bit unusual and that the ideal number for most teachers was lower than that. Her point was simply that on the question of class size, we have become obsessed with what is good about small classrooms and oblivious of what can also be good about large classes. It is a strange thing, isn't it, to have an educational philosophy that thinks of the other students in the classroom with your child as competitors for the attention of the teacher and not allies in the adventure of learning. When she thought back to that year in Meriden, DeBrito got a faraway look in her eyes. I liked the noise. I liked to hear them interact. Oh, it was fun. Whew. That was really long. But we're gonna get back into cleaning. I'm gonna have y'all on the charger because this phone's gonna die pretty soon. Yeah, it's like 25%. Let me know who I'm in control. So we
Ow, fuck.
There's supposed to be like a shelf right there, which is this bottom thingy, and then there's also cabinets. But people would like you have to find like things to like to put it on with.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to wait on that. Papa said you could try and help me this weekend. Really?
Yo, tell me why I weighed my purse this morning and I actually bought my nephew a copy like little fake money so he can play with it. I weighed my purse this morning.
Wow, this is literally what I look like right now. But we're gonna go take a shower and get clean. We're gonna wash my face, wash my body, and wash my downstairs area. And that's all I'm gonna do. And then I don't know if I want to shave my legs. I was thinking about shaving my legs Sunday. Or maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. But I think I'm actually, I don't know if I'm gonna wash my hair Sunday or if I'm gonna wash it Monday. I feel like maybe Monday night I should wash it. So I just washed it not too long ago. So, but we're gonna choose a little outfit. It's kind of hot outside. Where's my phone? Like, it's kind of hot in here. So, let's look at the weather. Yeah, it's only getting down to 65 and the high is gonna be 84 and it's 76 right now. So it's really not that cold out. So, I'm gonna wear these shorts and this. And we're gonna take a break from wearing underwear, and I'm not gonna wear underwear tonight. But I gotta wear a bra. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna wear. I don't want to show y'all like too much around my room. So I'm gonna do a haul. Not a haul, a tour, a room tour. So, okay. My towel, so I'm gonna use this towel and the like wash rag. So yeah. I'm gonna brush my hair right quick. And I got a new brush. It's like almost the same one, but it's in purple. It's like, so I've already had it sitting in there, you know. So, yeah. I'm gonna grab my robe. I'm just gonna grab the short one, since it's already hot. It's so clean here. The only thing I really gotta do is vacuum. I need to put my comfort on my bed and kind of figure out the situation that's going on right there. So I don't want it to like build up and then be messy again. It's just like stuff I put to the side that I don't know where to put right now. So, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go give this to my grandpa. It's a Toga Lime mint scented foot scrub. So let's give it to him. It's gonna be fun. Is this one of y'all's?
Yeah, that's mine.
It was on the floor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Come on, Blue. Okay. Okay, what was I going to do? I was going to put my hair back up. And I got to put, like, these other things in my hair because of my bangs, since I'm not trying to get my hair wet. like these metal things. Look, this is what I look like. So, and I will quickly show you guys the products I'm going to be using. I'm not going to do a whole bunch tonight. I'm going to do my Noxzema facial cleanser. I'm going to use my... This is so good, y'all. I recommend this. It's the soft soap luminous oils with real coconut. It looks like this. It smells so good. Like, not even kidding. It smells so good. And we're gonna use my Equate Feminine Wash. Looks like this. I actually got a new one. Just got a new one because I'm almost out of this one. The only thing is, I just realized it's so little compared to this one. Like, look. My grandmother got me the soft petal one. It's like the same thing, it's just like a different scent. This one's a fresh scent, this one's soft petal. To me, I'm actually not like sensitive down there, but all their products I'm pretty sure are sensitive, like the Equate brand. So, but yeah, I'm gonna use that. And we're gonna shave my arms with the stick. I don't know, like the brand. I can't see the brand. So that's what we're gonna do today, and that's gonna be it. So yeah. Hey Siri, cancel my timer.
It's cancelled.
Okay. So yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one, which I hope is my room tour. If it's not my room tour, sorry, it's just because by the time we got to that point, there wasn't 500, but love you, and I will see you guys in the next one.